Hey, it's Mark. I wanted to push out a little video. I know there are a lot of people who are worried about Bitcoin, altcoins, cryptocurrency, the market today. And I wanted to take this video to help you understand why I'm not worried, I'm not concerned. It has nothing to do with bull or bear. It's just a matter of if you subscribe to Crypto's Easy for a while, there's not a lot that the market can throw that's going to throw me off, and hopefully that is something that you can take back with you and maybe not worry so much about these moments and understand. Look, I have my plan. It's follow it if you like. The value of that is not so much in the specifics of any given price, but the decisions and the opportunities and the risks and understanding the dynamics around you as you think about this market and the opportunities it provides. So I want to go back in time, go back in the past and show you over the year and a half or so that I've had the newsletter, how that has played out and why, and that I think will hopefully, I think it should make you understand why I have no fear about any situation that this market puts me in. And I started the newsletter here. This is a 3-day chart, so don't pause and look at the date. It's going to be weird because it's going to skip 3 days each time I move the cursor. But I started the newsletter here, right here. And at the time, the market had basically put in a very nice bottom here at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. And it had started to head up. But then we had this little drop. And one of the things that was going on at that time was COVID. It was COVID-19. It was the emergence of the disease. People were really worried. There was the beginning of the travel bans, the lockdowns, all these other things. And there was a real pall hanging over the market, of all markets, all assets. But this was also a really critical line. If you're subscribed, if you follow my plan, go back and you'll see this is a pretty critical area. And at the time, this was right when I launched the newsletter. I said, yeah, this is troublesome. This is worrisome. This is not, there's no time to be blasé. But if we do go below, that would be an opportunity. And we did, and we plummeted. We plummeted below. They joked about this is the halving because Bitcoin's price dropped 50% in a day. And then it went back up 50% the next day. Not captured in this chart, it's a 3-day chart, so it captures 3-day blocks of time, but that's what happened. And, threw everybody for a loop, and, the world was going through a global financial crisis and a pandemic disease, global financial crisis. It was on the brink of collapse, the world's financial system on the brink of collapse. So at the time, for myself and everybody else, the first thing to do is look out for yourself, your family, the people you care about. But if you have the resources, if you're not worried about losing your job, if you have some money, now is a great time to put it into the market, because if the price goes up, it's probably going up forever and it's never coming back. And if it keeps going down, well, yeah, that would suck. But of all the things you have to worry about in life, of course you worry about that, but there's a lot of things going on that probably take precedent. And then this was also actually at the 200 weekly moving average, which, as you know, or you can find out, 200 weekly moving average is the lowest price that Bitcoin ever goes ever in history without going back up. And then we did that. We went back up. And so we went back up to here, went up in the 9,000s. People are like, oh my God, it's going to go back down. It's going to go back down. And I said, yeah, it certainly could. I think that would be really natural, really reasonable to expect it would go back down, drop at least a few $1,000s. But at that point, my plan would have said to buy if it went just down just even 7%. So yeah, if you're worried about the market, take out a short. At least then you don't have to sell. You don't have to give up your crypto. And then if the price keeps going up, yeah, you lose a little money on the short, but you keep your crypto. You don't want to get rid of your crypto. This is especially not when you're just going to be buying. If the price goes down, you're going to be buying down here anyway. But it didn't. It kind of skimmed the top. It went over the top of the buying zone for a little while. And then we had this beautiful DeFi summer. People said, oh my God, did you check out this altcoin and that altcoin and this protocol and that protocol. Everything's the next Bitcoin. Things were exploding, things were booming. Some of these DeFi tokens went up 1,000%, basically overnight, over weeks, 1,000%. But look, we were outside the buying zone. It was too high. And at the time, there were some really troubling signs. And I was prepared for a pretty serious crash. I certainly wasn't buying into that. And we got that. It wasn't extreme by Bitcoin standards. It was only about 22%. But it crushed those altcoins that had been flying high. And a lot of people were really concerned. And even at that time, I said, look, right, it was about, $10,000. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to 9,200 or 8,000, but it's in the buying zone. That was the buying zone back then. Not now, but back then it was the buying zone. And so look, we were going to buy, and we bought. And just buy. Price went back up, went out of the buying zone, but the circumstances were just so good. I was just encouraging people to keep buying. Just keep buying. Truckloads of money coming in. We just had a big crash, big correction, a lot of momentum, a lot of enthusiasm. 2 months. Spent 2 months going sideways, maybe upwards a little bit. Buy. And then by the time you get into November, then I started seeing the same things that I've seen many times before. A little worrisome, a little troublesome. Markets weakening a little bit. People who probably shouldn't be asking me about crypto are asking me about crypto because they see the prices going up. They want to get back in. And we already saw weakness in the market, but the price went up. I didn't buy anything. We bought this. So no reason to buy up here. Kept going up. Mark, why are you saying not to buy? This thing's exploding. It's going to go up forever. Super cycle. It's never going to come back down. Why aren't you buying? Yeah, I'll catch it on the flip side, guys. I'll catch it when it comes back. Went back here, came back, did not go into the buying zone. 30% correction. Didn't go back in the buying zone on my plan. Mark, why aren't we buying? You're not buying. Or on the other hand, people saying, oh my God, that was it. That was the peak. Oh, we're going back down 20,000, 14,000. We're going back down to 14,000. Oh my God, I got to sell. No, man, just no, girl, man, whatever. It is volatility. Let's see where it goes. To relax. And then price shot up. Still same troubling signs I saw before. All this. Very troubling, very worrisome for me. Went up here February, and so I looked at some of the data models around the cycle peaks. I don't use data models to make decisions. I think it's just interesting food for thought. It's certainly something you want to keep in the front of your mind. I mean, those are really valuable ways to understand the circumstances that you're in. I wouldn't make any decisions off of them, but they're really interesting and useful things to think about. All the data models, even though a lot of them contradict each other. But when you project out what was going on, what was happening at that time, the trajectory, the path that people were saying we're going to take, $100,000, $200,000, data models will break. The price is going to go up so high, the data models will break. It was pretty clear to me that either the market would have to cool off, go sideways, chill, not sideways for 2 weeks, but sideways for maybe 4 months. Just go sideways. Market, please just go sideways. Or we need a pretty big crash. At the same time, there were some really troubling signs now in terms of some of the similarities with some very bearish trading patterns. We don't trade, but it's all just data. It's useful information to help understand the circumstances that we're in. And so look, if you want, my attitude at the time was, yeah, man, I mean, if you think you can make some money, girl, you want to play the crypto casino, you want to see if you can make some money, sure, go ahead, do it with altcoins, don't do Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin goes up double, altcoins are going to go 4x. Bitcoin triples, 6x for the altcoins. You want to make some fast money, and the opportunity was certainly there. And some of you did. Some of you did. But that's not me. That's not the way I do things. It's just not my mindset about the market. And so, no, just don't buy, see where things go. And so we went basically sideways. And then we had that crash. So we went sideways and got a crash. We could have, one or the other would have been fine. We got both, which is, typical. Bitcoin loves to screw with you. At the moment you think you got it under control, Bitcoin just waves the middle finger and, does something to whatever you weren't expecting it to do. And so, yeah, a lot of people unsubscribed. They were like, I can't believe it. Why wouldn't you? This was the peak. We were supposed to sell. We didn't sell. But, I was encouraging everybody, buy this whole time. May, June, July, August, buy. Even after the price went above the buying zone up here in late August through early September, just buy. It's the same prices you would have gotten buying here when the Bitcoin's price first went into the buying zone. You just buy. Came up to 53,000, came back down, bought some more, buy again, just buy this whole thing here. And at each time, price could go lower. It could go significantly lower. And if it keeps going lower, we're going to buy more. We're going to keep buying more as the price goes lower until a very specific point, which if you're subscribed to my plan, you know what that point is. And now we come up, don't buy, stop buying. Put out alert, stop buying, don't buy. Mark, why aren't we buying? Why aren't we buying? It's going up. Oh my God, somebody sent me a message. You know what? I because of you, I missed my chance to buy Bitcoin at $65,000. Yeah, you did. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, because that, if we just kept going back up, we'd be back at $65,000 eventually. And we will be back at $65,000. The thing is, if we go up to $65,000 and just keep going up, the trajectory everybody's saying, super cycle, supernova, up November, up December, that's it. That's the end. And we'll catch it on the flip side in the middle of a massive bear market. That didn't happen. It hasn't happened yet. Market could explode at any moment. Do not discount that. But just like I said, here, 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 we go lower. We go lower, and if we do, well, there's a certain point where you'll know that this is a great opportunity. And if you're subscribed, then you already know what that is. And I'll keep you posted on what that is. So when you look at this situation we're in right now, right, there's a plan for that. And there's a way to think about the market and approach the market to take advantage of the ups and the downs, right? We take advantage of this time. Save your money. Put it in, drop it into Celsius, drop it into Anchor. You get 7% to 20% on your stable coins. And just wait. Wait for the market to come back to you. If the price keeps going up, great. Value of your crypto keeps going up. If it goes up enough, we'll sell. We'll have to, because we'll see signs that the market is going to its peak. If that never happens, great. We'll catch it on the flip side. We'll catch it back down here. And so when you do get money in the market, it grows. You get in when the price is not likely to go much lower for much longer, and very likely to keep going up. And we just keep doing that, forever. And sure, we look at the data models, we look at trading patterns, just the most basic ones, and we take that all into consideration, all that things. But the goal is to understand how the market behaves and how people in this market behave. And once you understand that, this market becomes very, very easy to navigate. Or it becomes easy if you choose to make it easy to navigate. When you just follow Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, there's some great quality people, there's some good quality content, but it can be very, very, very confusing. It can be very overwhelming. And a lot of times I think the biggest thing that it doesn't take into account is the wide range of outcomes that this market gives you. It is a massively volatile market. Massively volatile market. I like to joke about Aunt Sally and Uncle Morton, how, if they see their Apple stock go down 5%, they're running for the hills. They're selling. They're calling up their broker like, get me out, get me out. They come to crypto and they're like, Aunt Sally and Uncle Morton you better make sure they have life alert, because this market's going to give them a heart attack. This market moves, Bitcoin alone moved 5% in a day. And if that worries you, if that concerns you, you can choose to make it not concern you, because there are very few times where a movement of 5%, 10%, 15% in Bitcoin, and then for all coins, 20, 30, 40, 50%, double, triple. There are very few times where that means anything for anybody who is really trying to build and grow their wealth. If you're trading, yeah, definitely. If you have a very short-term mindset, you just want to make some money, yeah, absolutely. And there are a lot of things you can do to make your life easier if that's your goal. What I'm talking about is probably not going to make it easier. You're probably going to look at what I talk about and be like, that's stupid. But it's not stupid. It's just a different goal. It's a different objective. And so you have to have a strategy that fits your mindset and the things you want to get out of the market. And that may not be mine. But if you have stuck with this video so long, 15 minutes now, I hope you take away one really key point, which is the way you approach the market means a lot for your mental health, your ability to cope and deal with the swings in this market, and your perspective about how to take advantage of the opportunities and how to mitigate the risks. And that's something that I know people kind of give me flack, like somebody said, I think it was something like, the analysis is like a loop-de-loop. But this market is a loop-de-loop. This market it'll tear you up. It'll eat you up if you let it. But if you look at the things that I look at, and you share my goal, which is to build wealth as crypto, not cash out for more of your government's money, but to build wealth for crypto, lasting, durable wealth, what I call ownership of a stake in the financial networks of the future. This is how you squeeze the most juice out of the market, and then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry when price goes up. Here, let me clear this off. You don't have to worry. Price goes up. Oh my God, we're down 30%. We weren't down 30%. We were up double, 250%. So you're down 30% because you bought all this. Me and people who follow the plan, we're up 250%. Market keeps going up. Great. Value of our crypto keeps going up. And when it comes back down, we'll pick it up. So that's kind of the deal. And that means you have to be flexible. You have to accept that there are a wide range of outcomes. As far as today goes, you're too bearish. I don't care how bullish you think you are too bearish on this market. There is no way you could be less, there is no reason to be anything but exceptionally bullish on this market. And it could pop off at any time, but it is still, and will be for a long time, a very volatile market. And the daily swings, the weekly swings, the monthly swings are extreme. There are times where those swings down will basically signal we're going to need a good 5 to 7 months to recover. There are going to be times where this price is going to go right back to where it started in 5 to 7 weeks, and you're going to miss the best opportunity. The best opportunity probably for the rest of your life to buy at whatever price that is. I can help you see that. I can help you see those opportunities. And if you're not subscribed and you spent a good 18 minutes now listening to me, I would encourage you to tap the link in the description below. Head on over to the newsletter. If you like what you see, please go ahead and sign up. And if you're already subscribed, I don't think I've told you anything you don't already know. And if I have, yeah, that's great. And if you're a trader and you want to trade the market, I hope the things that I write about in my newsletter will help give you perspective so that you can make better choices. Obviously, I'm not a trader, so I can't help you actually actualize and implement whatever your strategy is. It's just not my strategy, but I hope that the perspective helps you make those better decisions and get something better out of the market. And so, I'll sign off with what I say all the time, whether the market's going up or whether it's going down. Relax and enjoy the ride.